Hey everybody out in YouTube land, my name is Mike and I love guitars. In today's video, we're going to check out another baritone guitar. We're going to take a look at this BB-600 Ben Burnley signature guitar from LTD. Let's do this. Disclaimer! Disclaimer! Disclaimer. This is not a sponsored video. All gear in this video was either purchased by me or by a friend who's lending it to me for the purposes of this video. Most importantly, all thoughts and opinions expressed in this video are mine. For anyone who isn't aware, Ben Burnley is the singer, guitarist, and principal songwriter for the band Breaking Benjamin. They had a string of hits throughout the 2000s before taking a break in 2010 due to Ben's health issues. Then in 2014, he reformed the band with an all-new group of musicians, and they continue to record albums and tour today. A key part of Breaking Benjamin's heavy yet melodic sound and style is very low-tuned guitars. So with that in mind, a signature baritone really seems like a no-brainer for Burnley's music. And that brings us to the BB-600. I'll do my best to hit all the highlights of the specs, but it's a long list, so let's see if I can manage this. It's a 27-inch scale baritone with 24 extra jumbo frets on an ebony fretboard and features a thin U neck profile. It has red fretboard inlays, with the first 6 being the Breaking Benjamin logo and the rest being simple red dots. The LTD logo on the headstock is a similar red color, but it feels more like a silkscreen or a transfer than an inlay. The body and neck are both mahogany, and the body does have a maple cap. One thing I wasn't able to completely determine, though, was whether the quilted maple that you see is the entire cap or just a laminate. The headstock has a quilted maple overlay that matches the quilted maple of the body nicely, and the whole guitar front and back is painted in a black translucent finish with a slight black rim burst on the front of the guitar. Officially, it's called see-through black sunburst satin. One interesting thing that I wasn't familiar with when going through the specs of this guitar, but is apparently an ESP thing, is that this guitar features a set-through neck construction. Now, I know what set neck is, I know what neck through is, but when I came across set-through, I admit I had to do a little bit of Googling. Now, there's some disagreement on the interwebs, but the best information that I could find says that a set-through neck is basically a set neck with a very long tenon, and it ends up being about halfway between typical set neck and neck through construction. The general consensus is that the tenon being long enough for the neck pickup to sit inside a pocket in the tenon is what characterizes it as set through construction. And that sounds exactly like the neck tenon in the ESP hybrid that I recently did a video on. Now, I am not an expert in guitar construction, so please correct me in the comments if I got any of that wrong. I'm not trying to say that that's a 100% accurate description of set-through construction. I'm simply saying that it's my current best understanding after some brief research. And now back to the specs. The guitar has a red Seymour Duncan 59 humbucker in the neck position and a red Seymour Duncan JB humbucker in the bridge position. It also has a piezo pickup in the Graphtec bridge for acoustic simulating sounds when playing live. The control layout gives us a single volume knob for the two humbuckers, a three-way selector knob to switch between them, and a single knob for the piezo volume. The guitar also has two separate output jacks, one for the humbuckers and one for the piezo pickup. To take full advantage of all the tonal options of this guitar live, you would ideally want to have the humbuckers running through your amp and then the piezo running through a DI. But you could probably make do with just a channel foot switch and an AB selector for the different outputs and then run the whole thing through your amp if you absolutely had to. For this video, I used my EVH5153 on the demos using the humbuckers, but went straight into a Warm Audio WA73 preamp for the piezo so that there would be no guitar amp coloring the acoustic tone. This is probably more accurate to what you would hear using a DI on stage for the piezo. So what do I think about this guitar? I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. The red and black theme just works. The Breaking Benjamin logo fret inlays are such a great detail, and the black chrome hardware is just the perfect visual finishing touch for this guitar. From a practical playability standpoint, the neck, and particularly the neck heel, just feels comfortable and smooth, and it allows much greater upper fret access than your more traditional single cut style guitars. There are a couple of things that I wish were different just from my personal taste though. The first is the tuners. While I am generally a fan of Grover tuners, I think locking tuners would have been a nice addition just to help those string changes move a little bit faster. The second thing is the pickup selector knob. While it works perfectly fine and it does add to the overall clean look of the guitar, I simply prefer a toggle switch. That's just my personal preference, and it is okay if you prefer the guitar as it is. And that's all I have for you today. If you're interested in the BB-600 Baritone, I really hope you find this video useful. I had a great time making racket with it, and to be honest, this is one of, if not the nicest LTD guitars I've ever gotten to play. And if you have one or you're looking to buy one, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.